Welcome back. We're with Joseph Kimseng, and we are talking about his journey from becoming from a chemical engineer in his studies, and then turned retailer in Cebu. Joseph, when you made a decision to come back in 2001,
Yeah.
yes, you were already you already had an outlet in Mango Square.
We did,
right?
Yeah.
And then tell us the transition from how did you end up with the chains brand?
Actually, when we were in
right
Mango
now.
Square, I met a few friends that they also have stores there, which are now my partners.
Okay.
When we were there, we since we had time to talk, there was a coffee shop inside. So every day, we're all there, just talking, chit-chatting.
Inside the store, there was a coffee shop.
Yeah, not my store, inside Mango Square, there was a coffee
okay.
shop. So all the
Okay.
store owners would go and talk about the business and
Right.
so and so and so. And then later, we always concluded, well, from there, we didn't know that we will be partners. We had our own business again. I took a franchise of Sari Sari Store of Manila, and I opened shop in Ayala, which I learned later, when you franchise, you should franchise something that's earning. If you franchise a company that's doing very well, it will also follow. So I had to close that store after 5 years in the mall.
Okay.
And then after that, Gingas was still there, but it's still the same stuff, buying from Hong Kong, coming back here. And then when we joined, I opened another shop in the mall.
Okay.
Same mall, upstairs. But then, of course, the same group of people from Mango Square were also there. So we met again. It's, oh, we're still here. We are renting again. And then again, inside the mall, there was a coffee shop, so we would still talk. Then every time we talk, it's always, we're not earning so much. The mall is the one making money. The rent is so high. The overhead is so high. So we were really thinking, don't you think that's a very nice if somebody would open a store that is pro-tenant, meaning who will really help the tenants rather than getting so much money out of the tenants, out of the business owners. Because all of us were feeling that we're not earning so much money. It's the owners who were getting all the money. So we said, yeah, maybe let's set up a business. So we spoke about it, talked about it, and that's when chains came out.
Okay.
We said maybe we could help.
So you decided to
Young entrepreneurs
group together.
Yeah, we grouped together. One of my partners is an OFW also. She's from Taiwan, and then the other one is an OFW from the Middle East, a nurse from the Middle East, and then the other one is working in the hotel, and then the fourth one is an architect and a contractor.
So what's the idea if you unite as you bond together, you group together, you will have some more leverage.
Yes, and we had the same objective, meaning we want to help small businesses. We want people to really set up a business. That's why Chains was developed, and we have small areas because people, if you are new, you cannot afford to rent a big space in a mall. So we subdivided it into small areas.
So that is a fantastic.
Yeah. Well, the idea is not really unique because it's already been existing. It's been existing. In fact, there's some stores, the big stores now, they have the same concept.
Like SM, for example, but your concept of putting up a chain was born out of a.
Yes.
You saw the fact that you saw the need, no? Because
we saw the need because we ourselves were also
you suffered. No?
Yeah, we were also suffering. So we saw the need, but then that's why we came out to the discussion the other day that we're very good to our tenants. We're too good that we're not earning again so much. So that's why if it were in the big malls, yes. If you would request something, they will not really right away give it to you. But for our case, it's like we're close to the tenants.
You have a personal relationship.
Yeah, we have a personal relationship. We always give in to what they want. We always try to help them. In effect, financially, the company, the store, although it's still doing okay, but it's not really doing very great as the others because we're not really pulling in so much money from the tenants,
Okay,
because we're trying to help them.
That's a very good point. This is always a tug of war between in a decision in a business model.
Yeah.
It's usually the case wherein do we have to exploit or take advantage of our partners or our business partners so that we can grow and become really huge, or that's one model.
Yes.
Or the other model is, can we still be successful in business? We may not be too big, but we're fair to our partners. We build a relationship. We enjoy what we're doing, and then
That's what me and my partner always discuss about. He said, but what we feel, because it's how you define success. And then we said, yeah, we're
Exactly.
successful because we were able to do what we wanted to do. We're helping the tenants. And of course, internally, it's okay for us because we really did what we were supposed to do. We really met our objective. So that's why we were saying as long as we did step on any other toes, as long as we did the business fairly, then it's good.
And then that's your definition of success
Yeah.
and happiness.
Yes, and happiness.
Yes.
Because at least now we don't have enemies, we don't have any problems. And then nobody's angry at us, meaning a lot of people, when you talk to them, especially those, they always complain about, so I don't like this mall, I don't like this mall, I don't like this, I don't like how they handle. But at least for our case, we didn't hear anything about it. And as far as we know, we didn't hear anything bad about us yet.
Okay. There's a contention in that in these two models. No, I mean there's a big question there that can you be fair and be good and you have a noble purpose in your business? Can you find a way that of course, as you said, it depends on your definition of of success, and depends, of course, also on your objective. No? If you want to grow big, so assuming that there are, that we can consider other aspects. Is it possible that you can be big at the same time be fair? Can you have that as a goal also at the same time?
That is basically our goal now: be big and at the same time be fair. Right now, since we really have observed, we were very relaxed also with our concessionaires, with our tenants. So right now, me and my partners, we were thinking that we will put a little bit of toughness in our
a little discipline.
systems. Yeah, a little bit of discipline, because maybe we were too relaxed. So that's why we're starting to implement some stuff. Although again, it's still with their agreement with the tenants. I think they also realize that we need to uplift, like the store. Now we're trying to reinvent the store. We're going to uplift. We're going to redesign,
yes.
and the displays and everything. So that's what we're doing now.
Okay.
Which I think is important, because in order to survive through business, you have to
Constantly
upgrade,
upgrade,
upgrading,
constantly scale up,
improving,
improve the level of service, improve your value proposition all the time.
Yes. And we really want to go into that stage where you have been very fair and you've been very huge.
So, with this sense of fairness to your business partners, your tenants, of course, your tenants get to stay with you longer because they like.
Yes.
They don't. I mean,
In fact, we
turnover
have
is not very high.
A lot of our pioneering tenants are still with us up to now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the important thing for you in this case is relationships.
If you remember where our store, can I mention where our store is now?
Yes.
Yeah. We had one in BTC and now we have in JY. Remember, in BTC there was the flyover construction and business was very low.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
Our pioneering tenants, they never left us. They stayed with us, although they really wanted to leave because business was really down.
Yes.
But they stayed with us. They stood with us through thick and thin until we've gone past through the flyover construction. And now it's getting back.
What are the other challenges aside from that? That the major challenges that you face, because this is like maybe some entrepreneurs can learn from your experience?
Well, in our case, since we deal with a lot of tenants, we subdivided our part. So we will have to deal with a lot of personalities because every business owner has their
Has a
own business
different-
person. Yeah, so you have to adjust. So and doing that every day
So
is
dealing with different people,
yes.
with different values, with different
Correct,
mindsets.
correct. And then right now we're starting to get more foreigners in our tenants. So it's another set of values, and because there's I can mention this. There's a lot of Koreans now in the area, so a lot of Koreans are starting to set up businesses also. So they want to start small.
Right, right.
So again, they have a different culture. So you have to also adjust with their culture. You have to understand them.
Do you sort of have a guideline, and you will say, okay, we will only accept this kind of people, or
We usually we do a little bit of screening, especially on the product. That's why when somebody calls us, they want to set up a shop in our store. We said, what product? If they say clothes, then we will all say, we will not accept them immediately because change now has a lot of clothing stores, and we don't want them to be just competing with each other.
Okay.
So unless there's a new concept, then obviously we will.
So-
that's why we now have a nail salon inside.
Yeah.
We now have Korean products. We now have this dollar store. We put different things
So what was the idea?
to make it more like a one-stop shop, especially for our case because we're not in the big malls. We're just in the vicinity of villages, right? Subdivisions.
Right.
So we are like, we're in a town center, so people really go to the town center, meaning the people living nearby. So we want to provide everything that they need.
So not to compete with each other, but to complement
Yes.
with each other.
Yes, and
so
to help, because that's how you help. If you put more competitors for one tenant,
Yeah.
then
You
obviously
kill
you're killing
each
the
other.
other by putting another one.
Okay. So in terms of your tenants, are they mostly the profile of these tenants? Are they mostly traders?
Mostly, yes. They are.
Can manufacturers like come in and start putting?
They can. We will have some. We will have some manufacturers. We will have some. We have some traders, and then
I noticed your health line also.
the health. Yeah, we
Yes.
have established for the ballerina for the ballet school, and then
So
there's some that really import, and then some that really manufacture their own. They have their own brand. Yeah. And then we are starting because of course with the exchange rate of the dollar and the peso, we are getting more original stuff from the US.
that's why you have your dollar
Yeah.
store there.
The dollar store, and then we have
Yes.
original Coach bags, so original from the factory outlets in the US.
Okay,
In
so
fact,
these are the things that they can find there.
Yes, yes. The trend, in fact, before what we term as LV, Gucci, Gucci, they're not so popular nowadays. It's more on buying the original stuff.
Okay, getting good value from abroad, bringing
Yeah.
it here and offering
Yes.
it.
And you can offer it lower now because of the exchange rate.
Very
So
good.
there's a demand now for that. There's a growing demand for those products.
Okay, Joseph, let's take a short break again. And in the last segment, we will talk about the perspective of Joseph as far as this industry is concerned and what to look forward in terms of the business. Stay with us, ladies and gentlemen.